Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Playmaker here again. Excited to bring you more Pokemon Wi-Fi battling content. So we're actually doing something interesting. So we're actually taking over a team that one of my good boys, Midnight Wolf, decided that he was like, you know what, like I got too much going on. I gotta step out. And so I was like, okay, I'll just take over your team. And he was already like 2-6 at the time, or 2-7, something like that. And I wasn't even sure if I was gonna make playoffs, so I didn't even record the only battle I had in the regular season. Spoiler alert, Tishan actually beat me in that match just because I missed a hustle dig with my Durant. So, it happens, but, it is what it is. But we are in the playoffs, and we have a team somehow that, and our opponent is actually against Brendan, who is the coach of the Trenton Thundurus, and he is one heck of a battler because he is the #1 seed in the Ultra Moon division with a record of 7-3. So he's got the reverse opposite record of us. So you know what? We're just gonna go with it and have fun. He's got a Katana, Melodic, Arcanine, Donphan, Excelgor, Raichu, Megalopony, Latios, Cofagrigus, Sneasel, Tangrowth. So, I'm actually thinking that he's going to be bringing the Melodic for sure, Donphan, Mega Lopunny, Latios, and I would think Cofagrigus, and then I'm thinking either the Kartana or the Tangrowth. So it's up in the air, but we'll see what he brings. And yes, his Z movers are Kartana, Arcanine, and Latios. And there's also a good possibility he brings Arcanine somewhere in there, so I'm kind of expecting him to maybe throw that in just to put pressure on my potential Decidueye. So let's go back and look at the team that we're going to bring. So our first up is our Araquanid, Kratos. I've listened to you guys, and you guys were like, okay, we think that nicknames are fun, so I'm nicknaming my guys over here. So we got Kratos over here, and he is holding the leftovers, water bubble ability to prevent any sort of burns and to boost the attack of water type attacks. And so we've got a spread of 252, 116, and 140 with a Brave Nature. And so I have it as a, excuse me, I don't know why that is happening. Oh, hell no. Okay, hold up. Okay, we're back. So, yes, Brave Nature, and the thing is that we have Brave because we're actually rocking the Hidden Power Fire, which will actually OHKO a Kartana. So, and it only OHKOs if it's a Brave Nature, or like any nature that does not reduce the special attack. So we're rocking with that, and maybe we get to use it, maybe we don't. And then, of course, we have to rock Sticky Webs just to slow down his team. He's got a lot of fast users. Unfortunately, we can't really slow down the Latios, but it is what it is. And yeah, I think this Araquanid's going to come in pretty clutch. I've tried out mock battles, and it's always put in pretty good work. So we shall see what happens. Next up, we got one of my favorite boys on the team, Trickshot, the Decidueye, holding the Gracium Z with ability Overgrow, rocking Swords Dance, Leaf Blade, Spear Shackle, and Roost. And the EV spreads are kind of funky just because I'm trying to outspeed a lot of things that are on his team. So let me just see if I can remember. I think this is designed to outspeed a non-choice scarf Kartana. So I can't remember exactly if that's what it was for, but seems about right. In any case, um, the a +2 Grassium Z Leaf Blade just OHKOs melodic, so that's what we're really aiming for with this set. And Spirit Shackle, it's got some good use. I was debating either Ghostium Z or not Ghostium Z, the Decidueye Z move, whatever that special one is that like makes Spirit Shackle like freaking awesome. Just because like I actually wouldn't mind just using it. But in any case, we got our next member, Kyrie the Sylveon. It's just the love of my life right here. This thing. It's just. I think this is just one of the more amazing sets, just because that this thing can tank physical hits and then it can set up its special defense as well. And it's just going to be something that's going to be really difficult for Brendan's team to deal with. As soon as we get rid of the Kartana, this thing is going to have a really fun time just messing with his team. So we have Calm On, Hyper Voice, Heal Bell, and Wish, just so we don't get toxic and let that damage rack up. We got the Heal Bell, and then we have Wish just to heal off any other sort of damage that he throws our way. So I'm good with it, and I'm really hoping to set up on something like the Donphan or the Melodic, more preferably like the Melodic, just because Donphan could carry knockoff, and I don't want my leftovers knocked off. But if I get a sense that he's not carrying knockoff, then that would be something great to set up on. Cofagrigus is also something that I could set up on as well. But we'll just play it by ear and see what he brings. Next up is my favorite nicknamed Pokemon, the Shenron the Jirachi. And this thing is holding Color Berry with Iron Head's Heart Stamp, Thunder Wave, and U-Turn. And this investment here is just so that we are able to outspeed the Mega Lopunny when it is at -1 speed, really from the Araquanid Sticky Web. So I really have that in mind. And just in the event that we don't, then we can just carry our Thunder Wave and just start paralyzing things. And I don't believe he has any sort of cleric support. I mean, Melodic gets Refresh, but and then I think Latios gets like Healing Wish, maybe. I'd have to double check, but really those are like the only two things that could really like sort of reverse the paralyses that I get with Thunder Wave. So we'll see what happens with that. And of course, Iron Head and Heart Stamp will have 60% chances of flinching, and then top that with a 25% chance of paralysis with Thunder Wave. That just means Shenron is getting a lot of wishes. My wishes of flinching. That's why we got to name this thing Shenron. It's the wish Pokemon. So we're gonna have fun with it. And then we have Darugus, the Landorus Therian. Darugus is like the antagonist of the Pokemon Dark Rising series. So, I was like, this is fitting. And I just realized this EV spread is totally wrong. This was supposed to be 244, and this was supposed to be 252, and then 4 in everything else. Right, so this Landorus Therian is just really here just to intimidate things and to defog away the rocks that the Donphan will put up, because I know for sure he's going to want to lead off with that Donphan and to set up rocks as soon as he can, just because Kratos and our next member Regal are pretty weak to rocks, and so that would be what he would want. And I think U-Turn is going to be very clutch in this match, just because it'll give a switch initiative, and I can just keep switching from Darugus into Shenron and Shenron into maybe Darugus again, and just keep up that momentum. That's really going to be the plan there. And then lastly, we have Regal, our Mega Charizard X, and very standard set. Again, we have this 140 speed just to outspeed the Mega Lopunny when it is at -1. And, a Dragon Dance from this is, it should outspeed a non-choice Scarfed Latios and a lot of other things on his team. I think it also outspeeds... No, it doesn't outspeed the Kartana when it's at neutral or whatever. Then, yeah, it doesn't outspeed Kartana if it is Jolly with a choice Scarf. But in any case, I'm not too worried about Kartana against a Mega Charizard X. I would take my boy Zardex any day. And yeah, we're just going to try to do as much damage as we can with Mega Charizard X, try to get to break down those walls that I was mentioning before, the Kartana and the Donphan. If we get rid of that Donphan early enough, then we can just defog away the rocks pretty cleanly, and then just pretty much get to work against his, just against everything else that's a little bit more susceptible to attacks that would just pretty much die in one hit. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this team goes, and I'm probably going to be leading off with my Landorus just because, one, of the Intimidate, two, if he doesn't lead Donphan, then we set up rocks, three, if he leads Donphan, then we can just switch out into, I'm thinking Jirachi, because he would not hit Earthquake on the first turn against a Landorus, especially if it just decided to stay in, and so he'd just be wasting a turn like that. So that's my plan. I'm going to lead off with Landorus, and then we'll just see how the match goes. And I'm wishing Brendan, just a hacks-free fight, and let's just hope that this turns out to be a really good battle for the ages. So I'll see you guys around with our next video, which will be of the battle.